Hi there, and welcome to the channel. First video of the new year. If you're new, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this. And if you're returning, then thanks for coming back and watching some more content. Did take a little bit of a break towards the end of last year, but unfortunately had some computer problems, which means the computer broke and I had to buy a new one in a January sale. So anyway, we're going to play Blacksad now. A little bit of warning. If you're about to sit down and play this game on the PlayStation 4 and it's not been updated beyond patch 1.04, I would highly recommend you wait. The game has a lot of potential. The story seems to be pretty good from what I managed to play, but the bugs, the crashing and the unplayability of the game makes it very, very difficult to give more than a 2 out of 5, I'd say, at best. And that's because I've now started this game, clean save 3 times. This will be the 4th. I've managed to get to about an hour and a half in, and have met nothing but unbreakable crashes, to the point where it's even managed to corrupt the save I had saved on the cloud for PlayStation 4 somehow. So it's very buggy, very crashy, very laggy. I think it could be sort of selection based, like it's one of those games that gives you options of what you can select, and I think if you don't ask questions in the right order, it may be what hard locks the game, if you will. But anyway, we'll give it a try, we'll see. I'm going to maybe play the first hour, 45 minutes to an hour, which will include in this video. If you like it, if you'd like to see more, please leave it in the comments, and I'll try and play the game as much as I can, but we might not get by an hour and a half, because I haven't yet, so we'll see. I will show you in that first hour or so where all the Hall of Fame cards and that are, but anyway, you'll see all the story. Let's jump right in. And enough of the talk. So here we go. I have muted all the music. There is some jazzy music in this game, but I have muted it all, just so it doesn't flag. It's a real shame how buggy the game is, because it's got some real good potential with the story. So much so that I'm now interested. It's based on a graphic novel, I believe, so I'm really interested in going to pick that up and have a wee read of the graphic novel. And no, I don't want to see the tutorial, I've seen it multiple times already. So if you're familiar, as it said there in that wee intro, if you're familiar with the Telltale game formula, this game is very similar, but it does have a couple of neat tweaks to that. For example, you have cat senses, so you can use your cat senses during certain conversations to try, or during most conversations, now that I think about it, to pick out clues off the suspect. And you can press R1 to string clues together to solve them. So you'll see as it goes in. I'll explain it along the way a little bit. But we don't get control just, well, we do a wee bit, but not much here. As you can see, the loading screens also take quite a while.
Sometimes when I walk into my office, I get the feeling that I'm walking among the ruins of a lost civilization. Not because of the reigning disorder, but because it feels like the remains of the civilized person I used to be.
Where is that damn detective? I'm gonna rip his head off. I swear I'll tear his eyes out. Hey! Hand over the pictures, you bastard. Now! Otherwise, you're gonna be dead meat. Hear me, cat?
Do I know you? Your face rings a bell, but...
You've been spying on me. You took pictures of me with a lady.
Well, then you'll understand why I didn't really focus on your face, right?
I'm gonna kill you! Give me the goddamn pictures!
It wasn't the first time I regretted hitting on a guy like him. But at least I bought enough time to aim at his soft spots.
My jaw!
Well, now it matches your marriage.
If you show my wife those pictures, I'm dead meat. You'll ruin my life, please.
What would the... that...
Sure, the gun didn't work, so why not shed some tears?
I wasn't gonna use it, man. I've never shot a fly. And I'm no two-timer either. It only happened once, for God's sake. I'm just her bodyguard, that's all. She seduced me. I love my wife, honest to God. I even quit the damn job for her. You can't break up a family for one tiny mistake.
Look, you protect that girl, and I spy on people like you. We all have to be professional, no matter how sick it makes us at times.
Okay, how about this? You give me those pictures, and tell her a white lie, and I pay you 10 times what she's offering. You save my family, and you make a pretty penny. What do you say? Deal?
For as long as I could remember, I had collected nothing more than bad gigs, debt, and sorrow. My self-respect and bank account were racing to see who'd hit rock bottom first. There was more than money at stake. The man seemed honest. The best I could do for his wife was to hide the truth, no matter how low it made me feel. All right. I'll tell your wife you're clean. Get the hell out of here before I regret it, pal. 3.
Thank God.
2.
You're a good man, Blacksad.
1.
You won't regret helping out Eugene Colbert. I promise you that.
My uninvited guest had left me several gifts. First of all, a swollen hand. That guy's skin was hard as a rock. Second of all, an empty wallet. Business as usual. Third, I was starting to second guess the morality of my last choice. Last but not least, the certainty that more gifts were yet to come.
He's a nice guy. You'll, You see what I said about my pal Blacksad? Doesn't even know you, and he's already offered you a...
Yes, Jake's right, of course. That's me to a T. Please, have a seat.
Shut up and listen, buddy. All right? I brought you a client.
I should point out, if you're playing this as well, then that first fight with the rhinos where you get your first trophy on the PlayStation 4. Again, apologies if there's some long spells of silence, because I'll just let the story play out and let you see it for yourselves as much as I can.
We'll have a very serious problem.
Thanks for the information and the pictures. They'll really come in handy. Let me see if I have this straight.
So that's just explaining the hotspot system, which is basically just go left or right and select the X to select the thing you want to focus on.
Your father, Joe Dunn, boxing manager and gym owner, hanged himself 2 days ago.
Yes.
Bobby Yale, a boxer at Dunn's gym, has a crucial fight against the reigning champion in 2 weeks. But he disappeared 2 days ago, right about the same time your father died.
Yes.
In short, if Bobby Yale is a no-show for his fight, you'll have to pay a fine. But since you don't have the cash on hand, your father's gym would have to close.
Yes.
So you want me to find Bobby Yale?
Yes. No. Jake wants you to find Bobby.
Oh, I see. Well, first of all,
Obvious
my
question.
father took his life the same day his pupil disappeared. Sorry, but something just doesn't add up.
Damn it, John. Will you take the case aside?
I will, but we're talking about Madison Square Garden. The stakes are high, which can only mean things will get ugly behind the scenes, not to mention pricey.
Yes, Mr. Blacksad. If you find Yale and he fights, I'll be able to pay you whatever you ask for.
So now that that's done, we'll get to take control of the lead character, John Blacksad, and I'll start to show you where the Hall of Fame cards are.
I know you already went to Yale's apartment and found nothing, but I'll search it myself at some point. That cleaning lady, Marianne Purnell, the one who found Joe Dunn's body, she works part-time at Sam's Diner, just down the road on the left, right?
That's right.
I think I might pay her a visit as well. And the gym, of course, to see what I can find. Okay, I think I've got enough to start with for now.
Right, so the first thing you need to do is just start looking at all the clues, because you need the clues to solve them, piece them together.
Back when Jake was coming up the ranks.
But also when you're panned in, you can look left and right a bit in some of these items, and that's where you'll find some of the Hall of Fame cards. There's, for example, there's one just over here, I believe, on the floor. So let me see it. There's there. Just down there. And so you just stick that into your Hall of Fame album. Now there's 100 of these, 25 to a page. I just say I've not got past an hour and a half into this game, so I've not found them all yet. So, but I found quite a few around about this starting area, so hopefully this helps you if you're able to play the game as well. Because ideally I would have liked to go on for the platinum in this, but it will depend whether I can get it working properly, or if they'll release an update anytime soon.
Looks like Dunn liked to measure his daughter and Bobby Yale each year. Sonia's measurements stop at 18, and there's a gap in Bobby's between ages 15 and 70.
That's not letting me do that one. There we go. And there's another card there. And so I'll show you quick. Oh, it's probably not a point of showing you just this second. Because I'll show you the clue system, which is at R1, but there'll be nothing there to solve at the moment. But basically, when you find some clues, the evidence, you'll get wee one sentences in here, and you've got to sort of pair them off. It's quite an interesting wee system. I quite enjoyed it. As I said, I don't make it sound like I'm down in this game. I did really enjoy what I've played of it so far. It's just been unfortunate that it's been laden with bugs.
Wow.
Because it is really interesting. As I said earlier, I'm now tempted to pick up the some of the graphic novels it's based on, because I did find that I was quite enjoying it. Right, so there's a couple of the baseball cards up here. The first one that I found was around here, if I'll lock on. You can see it sitting on that box, I'm sure you can. Or is it on the wall maybe? There's definitely one there. Don't want me to pick it up. Certainly there's one there. Unless they move between playthroughs, which I've not considered. I'll leave that one right this second because it's not letting me. Definitely one sitting there. Maybe not then. It's just not going to let me. I'm almost certain there's one sitting there. But the next one is just round here that I remember. You probably saw that X just up on the water tank. If you didn't, you will in a sec. Like I say, at first collecting these also was a bit jarring because it takes you right out of the story. The way it explains it on the tutorial is that it's not the detective, it's not Blacksad that's finding these, it's you, which is a bit strange, but that's what it is. As you can see, for example, he couldn't reach that one, but it is over there on the fire escape. It's like they can be situated anywhere on the scenery in the background and stuff because it sees them and not him. Is the best way I can describe that. But once you start to find a few of them and get them out of the way, they're not so bad. I guess you get used to it as well. Getting it. Yeah, okay, some definitely move, because there was one sitting on that last time as well. That's not helpful.
A good place to spy on Sonia. Someone should weld the iron bar on those panels.
Good see one sitting there. But it appears these move then, because there was one sitting next to that wine glass in my first playthrough. Same as there was one just at the other side of this, when you come out the door. So I'm just going to quickly double check up here, just to make sure that I'm not missing the one I think is here. I'm sure there was one on one of these walls or ledges as well. But as I say, I'm starting to think they move, so I might have to have a scout about and not be quite as quick as I was hoping. Sitting on the roof. Okay, so that appears to be all for up here. Again, another interesting bug I had was when I came back down here, one of the first times I played it, this all went black and white. So there's that. Oh, there's one there onto the right. Yeah, so a few of these have moved. A few of these, that one wasn't there last time, for example. Either that, I've missed some and I'm remembering wrongly, but I'm pretty certain. So right now all we're really doing is looking for these baseball cards and for any clues as to what happened. I mean, this game is a very sort of slow-paced, old-school style detective noir type, sorry, drinking gassy juice. It's a very detective noir type feel to it. These are just all the slogans around the gym. That was quite sneakily hidden. Again, that one I didn't notice last time, or it wasn't there last time. Yeah, okay, so 100% move, because there was one tucked behind that right hand poster last time as well. So they definitely move. Between saves. What's that? There we go. Sorry if you can hear me drinking away my juice, it's just got a really sore throat. I'm not sure if you can hear that in my voice or not. Turn round, boop in there. Don't want to go there just yet. Oh. One stuck to the fridge, you can see that. And here we go. It's going to crash now. Oh, not it's finally worked. Thought that was it crashing now. So as you can see, I should have probably showed you this at the start. Okay, I'm not sure if this counts towards the trophy for interacting with all the books you can, so this might count for interacting with this book. But you've got football, baseball, boxing and hockey, 25 on each page. And so lots and lots of them to find. Another book that might be one that you're meant to interact with for that trophy, I'm not 100% sure. Like I say, I've only got about an hour or so into the game, an hour and a half maybe at most. And when I say that, I mean well searching for all these things, because it is quite a slow build. But the other one is you've got a journal, think Uncharted style journal. If you've played the Uncharted games, you'll know what that is. It's just a wee book that he writes all these notes in that you can go back and confer with, but you don't really need to. I don't think I have. But again, maybe interacting with this book counts as towards interacting with the trophy for interacting with as many books as possible. So I'm not sure, but we'll interact with it. There we go. And basically just, you notice down every character that you come across and the things that he's found out about them. So we'll use a phone. And we'll call weekly.
Weekly speaking, the legend of what's news.
Hey, Weekly, this is...
John, did you get my pictures?
Yes, and...
That rhinoceros has one big horn. And the girl, damn. You want me to find out her name? Please, pretty please.
No, Weekly. Look, the rhinoceros came by and offered me money to keep quiet.
Wow. Are we talking petty cash or big bucks?
The latter.
That's my boy. Good job, Blacksad.
Your boy Blacksad didn't take the money.
What?
Listen, Weekly.
Yeah, I know. It wasn't the right thing to do. Yada, yada, yada.
Actually, I'm working on a case for the gym owner. But you're putting me on the spot here. Let me settle into things before you do anything, will you?
All right, but make it quick. See ya.
And we'll phone the Rhino's wife, the guy that attacked us earlier on.
Hello?
Blacksad here.
Please don't tell me my husband.
We'll tell her
You have
he'd
nothing
been
to worry
faithful.
about, Mrs. Colbert. Do me a favor and enjoy your family.
Oh, thank God. Thank you, Mr. Blacksad.
Now this is one of the things that crashes on a lot is basically once you get enough information he will arrange to, this Chief Smirnoff will arrange to meet you,
Joe
and when he arranges to meet you it
you hear
crashes
anything about his death?
almost immediately afterwards.
You got me. How's everything, Chief?
Oh, I'm fine. Thanks for asking. Too much work as usual. As for Joe Dunn, he hanged himself in the story. I'm too busy, John. I can't afford to put a single man on the case. Why are you asking?
Joe Dunn's daughter hired me.
But I still don't get it. Any signs of foul play?
I just don't get why this guy would hang himself. The gym wasn't making him rich, but one of his pupils was on the rise. Headed straight for Madison Square Garden.
Well, there's more to life than business. We all have dark secrets, John. Am I right?
So, are you gonna help me?
I wish I could, John. Anyway, I'm afraid I don't have anything useful to share. And it seems like you don't either. But if you do find something, give me a call.
We've been friends for a long time.
And you think this is what two friends talk about on the phone? Good to hear from you, John. Take care.
Okay, so now that's done. Nothing there. Well, that one's still there. There was one on the back of that pillow last time, I'm sure.
On the surface, it seems dry, but there's no dust, and it's damp underneath. It could have fallen the day Dunn died.
Lead out the back door. We'll get to that.
What leads a man to do something like this? Life's already dealt me a fair share of blows, but... I don't know why. Something just doesn't add up.
Pretty obvious when you think about it, but you do find out later if you ever get the meeting with the cop when you do the phone call part. That's as far as I've got, obviously, in my story, or in the one I was trying to play. Okay, there's one there.
I once shredded a bag like that, just out of pure rage.
There's one there. I promise all the game's not quite as boring as this. I mean, it is a lot of looking about for things, but it is a detective-y type game. Unfortunately, just the collecting of the Hall of Fame cards takes you in and out of it a lot. And it doesn't help that the loading screens are poor. I mean, I'm not a game designer or anything, but I would imagine you can do the loading screens a lot more seamlessly than what they're done in this. Not on the back of that one. Right, so in here we go. And all you're going to get in these cubicles, which I'll open very quickly to show you, is more of that graffiti. And there's a card in the middle there. Grab that. So we're starting to get a few of these cards now. down there as well. Don't know if you can see that. It wouldn't be so bad if every time you clicked on something you weren't worried it was going to crash. But the fact that I have had this game crash on me several times does make you worry. And I promise unless the game crashes that'll be my last mention of crashing. I feel like I'm going on and on about it when I don't want to. Because the game is quite enjoyable when you get into it. I mean, right now we're still at the very early stages. Once you start getting the clues and solving puzzles, well, not puzzles, but kind of puzzles. Right, so
Locked. But a true detective never leaves home without a... Huh? Sometimes even the most experienced detective
we'll go back
has to
now.
go home to get his lockpicks.
So just adjusting my headset there. I hope that wasn't a client. Although probability would suggest a cold call. Or, even worse, the War Veterans Therapy Group. I was pretty sure I left the lockpicks on the table. Right. So again, it's just having a look around Blacksad's office now. When the scene comes back up, here we are.
Smells good. Tasted even better the day Smirnoff brought it. In exchange for a favor. A favor no cop should ever be paid for.
That's where we're crashed. We've actually hung. It's not came back out of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the first Let's Play there. Thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe as I said at the start. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I will try and do a part 2 if my save file's not corrupt and it actually doesn't just load up stuck in this scene. But we'll have a wee look at that another day.